And a good Merry Christmas to everybody as we get ready for Old Fashioned Festival this year.
Merry Christmas, Al. Aren't you pushing things just a
No,
tad?
I'm not. That's the theme of this year's festival, Christmas in July.
Oh, well, that's
And
nice.
Santa will be in the parade
Yeah.
today.
It's good to have two Christmases, I guess, huh?
It is. It
Yeah.
is. The
Maybe we got to
stores,
have Christmas every day, and maybe the Christmas spirit would permeate the whole 365 days. What do you think?
yeah, I think that would work, and I think the retail community likes the idea. We'll hit them up again for another good sales time.
Black Friday every week.
There you go.
There we
right
go.
on.
I'm
right
into
on.
that. I'm into that.
Yes. And I think when we came up with the theme for this year's parade, it was decided on in the January meeting of the Old Fashioned Festival Committee, and there was not a single other suggestion for the theme.
No, that's good. Everybody was in agreement then. That's nice.
We're happy with it.
Nice when that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Congress. They agree every day.
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, Al, you and I were talking a little earlier. Ken Austin, obviously the founder of ADEC, is across the street there watching the parade. And I was talking to him about the history of this parade. And I didn't realize that it had been going on for almost 100 years now.
It has been. I know what Ken told you his memories are. I have a set of minutes from the very early days in the 1920s or 30s of the Newberg Berry Festival.
Yeah, Newberg. That's what he said. And they used to have Berry Cobbler
They did.
on 99 there, where the Brown Tarlow law offices are today.
Also, the berry cobbler was baked by a local baker here in Newberg, and you went down to Memorial Park after the parade for free berry cobbler.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
And Ken said that the first time he was in the parade, he thinks was 1938, and he was riding his Shetland pony. And Ken must have been, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old at the time.
Probably, obviously, that's pre-me, but from some early minutes that I have from an early meeting of the Newberg Berry Festival, it goes back into those days.
It's just amazing that a tradition like this has lived on for that many years. And the only real time was interrupted. I guess there were some financial issues a couple of times, but the only time it was really interrupted was during World War II.
Yes, and what brought it back to what we have now, the Newberg Old Fashioned Festival, it had died for the organization went broke, and the merchants in the community started things back up with old-fashioned days of nothing more than sidewalk sales.
Yeah, which is what it's called today, of course.
No,
yeah.
It's Old-Fashioned Festival today.
Old-Fashioned Days Festival, yeah.
Yeah. And in those days, the retail community was about 99% on First Street. And so they wanted to get something back up again.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's really encouraging, and it's gratifying to see a tradition like this live on as long as it has, and from all appearances and all intents and purposes and whatnot, it's going to continue for the foreseeable future.
And I would agree. And the nice part of it is for the festival, all of the expenses are paid for by donations from people.
Yeah.
You don't have to charge to go see a concert down in Memorial Park or any of that. It's the supporters of the Newberg area that keep the festival going.
Well, it's a community thing. I mean, everybody wants to participate. Everybody wants to contribute and support it, which is what obviously has kept it going. And it's like talking to Ken Austin over there. Tomorrow is the Classic Car Show.
Yes.
And he's opening his museum for people, to the public, for people to go and look at those cars that are on display in there. And I got to tell you, for anybody that's listening, if you've got any interest in looking at classic cars, you don't want to miss this opportunity, because it's not open every day to the public, that's for sure. And there are some real classics.
Yep, I've
in
been
that collection.
I know what's there, and I have to agree. If you've never seen it before and you've got an interest in old vehicles, Austin's got a heck of a collection there.
And the nice thing about that too is that Ken's son, Ken the Third, is taking up not where his dad has left off. I don't want to say that, but he's taken after his dad in putting a collection together of his own over there.
That's what I had heard. It different cars, but he's doing it, and I think that's great to carry on that tradition.
Yeah, it really is, and you know, it's a real value to the city of Newberg to have that collection there because it makes it's distinctive, and Ken the Third, Ken the Elder, you know, built a collection around the cars of his era.
Yes.
And Ken the son, Ken the Younger, is building a collection around cars of his era.
Yep.
Which where Ken the Elders were, 1925 Model Ts, 1941 Lincolns, that kind of thing. Ken the Younger's cars are, muscle cars from the 60s. Yep. He's got a 49 Mercury Woody wagon in there that's phenomenal. And all the way up to a hot rod Shelby Cobra from 2010 or so. So it's an interesting thing.
The day will come when that whole display will be together.
Oh yeah, well it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's separated by a wall now. Ken the father is in the front, and Ken has the section just behind that. So it's really very very well done and well displayed.
Yeah, and it's one of those treasures that Newberg has that every town doesn't have.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, the other thing about that museum is that it's got a lot of memorabilia, for lack of a better word, about the early days of ADEC.
Yes, it does. Well, it should.
Some of the early chairs and dental pieces and the air compressors and whatnot that Ken invented, and his patents are on the wall. It's really pretty fast. He's even got an electric fishing reel in there that he developed.
No kidding.
40 years ago. Yeah.
And you know, you haven't been around town long enough, but I remember when ADEC started in downtown Newberg in a small Quonset hut, of which is back out on the ADEC property.
It's still there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you watch where it started here in town and where Ken has moved it to out there, still in Newberg. It's just a great plus.
Yeah, it really is. It's just something that makes Newberg a little bit different than every place else. The other thing is that in the museum there, in the section, the ADEC section, Ken has a picture of a log cabin that he built as a kid on the farm property. He and a bunch of his friends cut the logs, cut them with axes, fitted them together, built the walls, and then put a barn roof on it.
And until this day, he is still Mr. Humble.
Oh, he is, without any question.
You could walk up to Ken Austin on the street here today, and you wouldn't anymore know of the success story than fly. He's
got time for everybody.
He does, and in fact, where we're at today, he's right across the street from us. So
yeah, and that's his. That's Joanne.
Her sister.
Her sister's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joanne, of course, was his wife who passed a few years ago. But boy, there was a terrific lady.
Oh yes, it was.
It's amazing that a town like Newberg has the Allison.
Yes, thanks to Joanne.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Thanks to Joanne.
And she built that the way she wanted to build it. And boy, I'll tell you, I don't know anybody that has.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you here. We got a sign coming that says, "Welcome, the parade is about to start." And for those of you that don't know, the theme this year is Christmas in July. And we are excited.
So the lead vehicle in the parade then is Crohn's Appliance Service, it looks like, huh?
Yep, and please keep kids back from the parade entry for safety reasons. In fact, we're getting our information sheet right now. Thanks, Chris.
All the X's are no-shows.
Okay, good enough. We have the parade information now.
There we go. And that guy's got a U.S. Marine Corps shirt on.
Yep.
Semper Fi, Al.
Right on, right on. And and we have the first part of the parade, State Farm here, putting out goodies.
Susan Scheibel?
Yes.
She's been in it every year that I can recall.
Yep. And there she is in her little sand buggy.
There she goes. Well, those things are something.
They
you ever
are.
ridden in one of those, Al?
No, I haven't.
They'll go anywhere.
And you know, the interesting thing is, you and I kind of got caught behind the 8 ball here because we've been yakking away, and here's the parade.
Well, we had to do something to fill that airspace.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's why they call us professionals, Al.
Okay. Well, it says here Susan has been an agent for the past 13 years in Newberg. And her office team consists of her mom, Pam, sister Cheryl and Sandy, as well as family friend Lisa.
There we go.
And they are handing out garbage bags.
Yeah, keep the streets clean.
Yes, and right behind it will be the Yamhill County Sheriff's mounted posse.
Yeah, I know. This is something I like every year. You know, those horses are fabulous animals, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And is that I guess, is an active posse, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is an active posse.
In case they have to go chase down D.B. Cooper in the woods, they could put those horses to work for it.
Oh, wow. Way to go, John. Way to go. And you know, we probably ought to head into this. This isn't our first parade.
Nope.
We've been going back and forth. I think John figures at least 10 years.
10
doing
years.
This.
10 years, yeah. God, it goes by fast. That's what
We have a lot of fun doing
Yeah.
it and look forward to it.
You were with the fire department when we first started this.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that's when I was brand new to town pretty much, and I didn't know anything, and you knew everything.
Well, now you're more active than I, so you probably know more than I do.
No. Yeah, I may be more active than you at this point in time, but you got a lot more history than I do, Al.
Well, I'm pretty proud of Newberg.
And you should be.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a place.
Newberg's been good to me, and it's just a great town and a great place to raise a family.
And it's best days are ahead of it.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we're involved with out here, and I'm privileged to be part of it, about development and whatnot. So yeah, we're on our way.
There's the history of the sheriff's posse.
1941.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. It's nice that they've kept it going. You know,
It is.
it's sad to see things like that fall by the wayside, but here in Newberg, tradition is
well,
part
and
of the
in this
fabric of the
case,
community.
Here in Yamhill County,
Yeah.
we've kept a little bit of, I guess you would say, the smallness.
Yeah, it is. We're, 24,000 people now?
Here in Newberg, yes, round numbers.
Yeah.
McMinnville's 30, about 10,000 more than
Yeah,
us, plus the other communities here in the county.
We're gaining on them, though.
Some, I think they will always outrank us.
We don't want to be too big.
No, and they will always be the county seat.
Yeah, that's
once
for sure.
they stole it from Lafayette.
Yeah, that's right. They did. It
Yeah,
wasn't
they
Lafayette,
did.
wasn't it?
It started in Lafayette.
My internet sales manager, Paul Pappas, actually has a original deed from the Lafayette Hotel.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been offered a lot of money for it. He bought it at he hangs around these antique sales and whatnot and estate sales, and he found it and for nothing, and bought it, and he's already been offered, I don't know, 200-300 times what he paid for.
Well, yeah. It's just one of those things he stumbled on, or
Yep.
any of us could stumble on and go from there. We're seeing some of Newberg's police on bicycles coming by now, so I'm guessing that's a preface to things.
I expect so. We're at a different location this year, so it's taken a little longer for the parade to get to us than it did before, it looks like, huh?
Yes. We're actually kind of down at last year's location. We were at the beginning, and this year we're on the tail end.
And we also like to thank the people that made this space available to us.
What are the folks' names, Dave?
Eisenbergs.
Eisenbergs?
Yeah. So a very big thank you to the family. Opened up their lawn for us to park the Am van on the yard, which is a Ford Transit van, by the way.
Yes, it is, and thank you very much. But, the interesting thing is that the Am van stands for Always Mobile, right?
Which is what we are.
That's what they are.
And not only do we do radio, we do streaming video, which is what you guys are doing.
This radio station is played a big part in the Newberg here for a long time when it was under the ownership of Larry Bonzak, who unfortunately passed a few years ago, and then Dave Adams took over the station.
But Bonsack was late into it. When it first came around, it was KMCM. They did in those days have a studio in Newberg as well as McMinnville. So there's been a lot of change as the station has grown over the years.
Well, there may be some changes coming in the future, Al. You never know.
I hear that coming.
And we don't want to talk too much about it, but
No.
it could be a real opportunity for all of us here.
Dave's looking to make
Good changes. Always change
Dave's
for the
looking
better.
to make things better, and that's what we want.
Dave covered a event at the Blakesley Vineyard here a week ago, and put on by the WOW organization, was Women of Willamette, and they had a Carnival Noir at the Blakesley Vineyard, which was phenomenal. It was really, really, really a big event. 400 and some people were there, and Dave, on short notice, showed up to cover it as part of his effort to support community activity, which I think is very commendable.
Well, you know, the fact he comes back to you and I every year.
Yeah, well,
I guess
not everything he does is smart, Al.
Well,
you know.
we can toot our own horn right now. At the moment, he is not at the switches to turn us off.
No.
So
And there is a little power associated with having the microphone, isn't it?
yes, there is. Yes.
How far are we from the beginning of where it starts stages?
Well, from the beginning, we were on Meridian Street last year, and we're on Main Street. So you've got about eight. We're at the end.
I was just asking Al here, how far are we from the beginning of the parade? Now, we had the State Farm Susan Scheibel go through, but apparently we're a long ways away from where we usually used to do this.
We
But
are.
Here we go.
We are, and we're leading off with Newberg Police.
Well, isn't that a beautiful police car there, Al?
Can't see it.
Look at that big Ford blue oval in the front there.
Oh.
Isn't that lovely?
No, we'll leave that alone. You put me in too many precarious places.
That's a Ford Explorer. They just started using those for police cars. Ford just started building a police version of it, and so far it's been very popular.
Worked
so
off pretty
we're
good.
very happy about it.
Okay, and here we come with the Yamhill County Sheriff's Posse. And as we've been reading on our information sheet here, they have been through volunteerism and horsemanship since 1941. And they're pleased to join the Newberg Old Fashioned Festival again this year.
Well, those are some good-looking horses, and well cared for, wouldn't you
Yes,
say?
I would say very well cared for.
Light mounts, it says.
Yeah,
Say 3, 6. 6 of them.
yeah,
6 horsepower, Al.
yes.
Well, now you feel better. There's a Chevy.
Yeah, well, there's some quality
Okay.
to the parade.
Yeah.
And this is Ish and Twyla Duckett, and that's part of the Sheriff's Posse also, and followed up by the Oregon Mounted Governor's Guard.
Oh, that's these are the fancy saddles and everything
Yep,
here.
yep.
Yeah, that really looks good.
Nice addition to our parade.
It is. Well, they're here every year that I've been here.
Yes, yes. We've got the color guard here now with the Scouts, the veterans of foreign wars.
Old blue.
Yep,
That's an old Chevrolet there, Al.
yes it is.
Yeah.
And he keeps it in good shape.
Yeah, and it's still running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Lives down in my neighborhood. I see him drive by on a regular basis.
That one ought to go to the Smithsonian. They're
Yes.
looking for a good
Yep.
Chevrolet.
And right behind him is the Scouts. And Old Blue is the pickup is driven by Leon Blanchard and has been in all the Old Fashioned Festival parades.
Yeah. Well, that's 1930,
Yeah.
what is that, 1938?
Now we've got a retired military rig here. Stuart Stevenson M1078 LMV owned by Steve Schoening.
That baby there looks like that'd go almost anywhere.
Yeah, I think it
Looks
would.
like one of those wogs, I think they're called.
And it's followed by a GMC Army truck owned by Peel Excavating. That's well kept up.
Well, yeah, that's been refurbished.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. All right, here comes a wild bunch, Al.
Yep,
These are
it
your
is.
boys on motorcycles.
Yeah, right on. Yes. Well, there's not much we can say with the noise from the bikes.
No, it's kind of overpowering.
Yep.
They look good, though, Harley Davidsons.
Yep, they do.
And you know, Al, Harley Davidson started in 1903.
That far
The
back?
same year as Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company.
That's getting back in your time.
Yeah.
We got the Newberg Fire Department here now.
Here we go. That's Newberg Fire Department. It's Tualatin Valley Rescue now, is it?
It's merged.
Merged, yeah.
It's merged.
I think that was a good.
And
that was a good move on the city's part.
This is Newberg, led by Newberg's Truck 20 and secondary Truck 20, which is out of Tualatin Valley.
Yeah, I was part of the review process for that merger, and I think the right decision was made.
Okay.
George Fox University
Yep.
marching band. Here we got. You know, it's something having football at George Fox.
It is.
I mean, that is I don't know.
And it's going to grow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know, Al, you might, did you know that the first year they were in the conference, they had the highest attendance in the conference? They averaged about 30.
I did not know that.
They averaged about 3,500 people for each game, and it's only going up from there.
Wow.
And Chris Casey, they got a quality coach there.
Oh, they do.
And, yeah, I think it's going to be a real benefit to the city and certainly for the kids at George Fox.
The joke amongst people around Newberg is they hope Oregon State don't steal him.
Well, that's part of the deal. See that Jeep?
Yep.
That's the Ken Austin actual original World War II Jeep, general purpose vehicle. And the nice thing about that one, Alan, it was built by Ford.
Well, such is life.
And it's still running.
And some more George Fox stuff. Nice looking restored vehicle there.
Oh, that's a beauty. Wow. I like those rumble seats.
Yeah. You can probably remember riding in them.
No, I'm not that old, Al.
Some more George Fox following up here. I think we're around entry 12.
You know, an interesting thing about that Jeep that just went by, the World War II Jeep of Ken Austin's, you know, the companies that manufactured them were prohibited from putting any markings on them. They couldn't put Ford or GM or Willys or any of that on them.
Okay.
But Henry Ford snuck around, and he put F's on all the bolts.
Smart man.
Smart man.
Smart man, yep. I think we're still around 11 or 12. I have not seen Pogies yet.
Well, I think the George Fox van went by, so that
Yes.
that was number 10. Newberg Old Fashioned Court, Festival Court. Those ladies will be coming shortly.
Yes.
George Fox has a big presence here this year. I've not seen this many people here from George Fox before. Have you, Al?
They're growing in the community.
They sure are. I think they set another record for enrollment. I think they're up to like 3,800 people now. And when Paul Pappas, my marketing guy, went to George Fox in 1985 or 6 or so, they had 500 kids.
Oh, yeah. And the view in the community is dramatically different.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's a real resource.
It is.
I hate to say this, Al, but that's another Ford truck there.
Yeah, but you know, they're
19
hard up for getting what they want.
1934.
Oh, and here comes the George Fox victory bell.
Have you been to a game, a football game?
I have not.
Well, you got to go.
I will put that on my agenda.
Put it on your agenda. I'll give you the tickets.
Okay.
You'll really enjoy it.
And here's to the theme, a truck that says a true blue Christmas.
There we go. Sounds like an Elvis Presley song there.
Yeah.
You want to sing a few bars, Al?
I could, but I don't want to drive us off the air. Or David want to hire me as regular entertainment.
Yeah, you might want to do commercials.
Yeah.
there's a lot of George Fox people
There
here.
is.
This is really, really good.
Yep. And again, we want to remind you, folks, the theme this year is Christmas in July. We now have the Newberg Old Fashioned Festival court going by. Queen Emily Sandberg, Princess Mariah Lemon, and Princess Felicia Rogers.
And they're riding in a, and I do have to mention this, they're riding in a Bob Lanfear's Newberg Dodge pickup, which is nice of Bob to donate that.
Well, that's just part of what Bob does because
Bob's Bob.
He's the huge donor to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Old Fashioned Festival.
He is for a fact.
Yep.
And here's your lunch coming. You know,
Yeah, there's
hoagies, hoagie subs.
Yep. Been in Newberg for 25 years. Locally owned and is considered the best sub shop in the community.
Well, they certainly deserve to claim that. We use them all the time.
Yep. Oh, they even got a sign here to call a number to pre-order.
There you go. Well, that's what's really nice about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you call up and they just have it picked up.
538-1000.
I like the Italian subs down there with
Yeah.
extra provolone and extra
Yep.
pepperoni and bologna. Man, it's good.
Oh, Christmas music. Yes, yes, from the Dance Academy.
Oh, yeah, there they go.
Hey, very good. Pretty cool. And they've done the theme well.
You see, if all those kids out there's ages put together, they may not be,
They won't be up to me.
well, certainly not the two of us.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of fun hearing some Christmas music.
You know, it's kind of
It
fun.
is.
Yeah. Well, it'll be here before you know it anyway.
Yeah, it will. And this is the Newberg Animal Shelter. Adopt, donate, and volunteer.
Yeah, they do a lot of nice work here in town.
That is a success story
Yep.
that is worth bragging about.
Yeah, it really is. They do so much good for the animals and
Yep.
and of course there's an awful lot of people that actually get their pets through that outlet.
Well, it is, and the community stepped up and got the money, came up with the money to build the shelter they have.
And it's being pulled by the float's being pulled by an F-350 Ford FX4.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
I'm looking at a lot of the ladies here.
Okay. And they're looking to you, Al.
Yeah.
They're just glad you're still with us, Al.
So am I.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Echo Ridge vaulting team.
They must be vaulting right over us.
They must have. It's a little gap in the parade here,
Yeah.
so.
According to our list, we're at entry 15, and there's going to be right close to 100 entries. So,
Well, this is an equestrian team, so
yeah.
there they go. There's the horses coming right around the corner as we speak, Al. You know, you ever got stood next to some of those equestrian horses?
Yeah, they make me feel small.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Those warm bloods, they call them. They're a cross between a draft horse and a thoroughbred, as I understand
Yep.
it. And they are some big, big, big animals. Look at that one.
Wow.
I'm telling you, they're a sight to behold.
And it's vaulting, dance, and gymnastics on a moving horse.
Yeah, that's gymnastics hard enough as it is without being on a moving horse.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an old original VW Beetle
Yep,
there,
yep.
Al.
Lori Burrows in memory of her son, JB. Okay, here you go, right here. You're wondering who's in town visiting.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting thing. We've got some vehicles out loaned to them, the city. We have a sister city in Austria.
In fact, here we have Mayor Bob Andrews
It's-
and his counterpart from over there.
Boisdorf, Austria. There are 8 delegates here from
Yeah.
Austria. And Bob
Neuter,
asked us to use that Mustang GT convertible there, which looks real good under Bob, doesn't it?
yeah.
And the mayor of Boisdorf.
And the Newberg City Council and the Poisdorf City Council
Yeah, on
the
a fire truck.
antique fire truck.
Yeah. Is that one of the Austin's trucks?
That is one that Ken Austin has
Yeah.
restored to what it is.
Yes. That was an original Newberg or
Yes,
Dundee
no,
truck, wasn't
Newberg.
it? Newberg, yeah.
And the display board on it shows you what it looked like the night it was drug off of Shalem Mountain.
Didn't look very good, did it, Al?
No, it did.
Looks a lot better now.
Yep.
You know, this delegation from Europe coming here from Austria is an interesting thing. You know, they're obviously participating in this parade, and they've been on a tour for the last 3 days. And wineries and, you know, the Allison and a lot of places around town at points of interest. It's really kind of neat that somebody from Europe spends the time to come here to visit Newberg.
We now have a bucket, 70-foot aerial bucket used daily operations by PGE.
Well, that'll get up there a ways.
It will, and they are a very strong presence in our community.
Yeah, they are.
And
they're
very community oriented.
I was just going to say that. They always donate to things and
Yep.
support the community in a lot of ways.
To help us out when we do Christmas decorations.
Yeah, they are. Now, that's the bucket they use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's another fire truck. It's always nice to see those in case you need them.
Washington.
That's interesting. It's down here from
Well,
Washington.
Matt Simic collects old fire trucks and all, and he's
Is that his?
it's not his, but it's his group
His
that's
group?
in town. Well, and you see that engine is now owned by George and Marcia Lavacott of Yamhill.
Yeah, I noticed that on the sheet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting how people buy those things and restore them. And, of course, maybe, you know, some people I know, like if they have cabins in Central Oregon and those kinds of
They
places,
use 'em.
they use them. They put them on site in case, because fire is a real possibility and threat over there.
And they just have to be careful once the temperature decides to drop.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, we're waiting for the next entry, which should be Portland Community College.
You know, that's another thing that's happened out here in Newberg over the last few years, Al. I mean, you've seen a lot happen in your time, and even the 14 years that I've been here, there's been a lot happen. You know, the Allison goes up, the golf course goes in, the cultural center is there, the pool's under construction. You know, the greens development.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, there's so many things have happened, and then the PCC.
And for years, PCC just held classes in either school buildings and like that, and they finally stepped up to the plate and put a big investment into Newberg.
And they did, yeah, they did, and
They
it's
did a good job,
it's
and they've got a lot of room there to expand.
it's nice to see it there, and it certainly is going to help the kids out here. You know that you know don't know exactly what they want to do coming out of high school, and the PCC gives them the campus there gives them a little time to explore education and get on with their lives.
And prior to that, probably the strong competitor of theirs, which is Chemeketa,
Yeah,
but they have a facility in McMinnville, which is part of their district, and it was very heartwarming to see PCC step up and put a big investment in Newberg.
yeah. It's good to see any investment in Newberg,
Yeah.
but one that you know is going to benefit the kids and contribute to education.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure,
there's
for
no
sure.
there's no bad thing about that.
No, I would agree. I would agree.
So what do we got here? We got
Well, we should be down to 22.
22 would be real estate experts. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got, of course, we got Abby's Legendary Pizza coming up here shortly.
Yeah. Suppose
Great.
they'll bring us a sample.
Craig Kosbecki's legendary restaurant there
Yeah.
that he's owned for, geez,
Well,
40 years? 30, 40
he had
years?
the first pizza in Newberg.
Yeah.
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 Here's Portland Community College,
Here they are.
located on Worth Boulevard, and they've become a great addition to Newberg.
Right down by the golf course.
Yep. Training tomorrow's green technicians, PCC.
Well, they're driving an electric car there.
Yep.
I guess that's green, huh?
I guess.
You ever driven one of those, Al?
I have not.
Well,
I guess my generation really still looks at a vehicle run by gasoline. And,
Yeah,
and I
kinda-
don't want to put down the new technology
No.
because it's there.
no, it's clean
Yep.
and efficient. The only thing is, you just can't replace that sound of a V8 engine.
No, you can't. For you, a 409 or something.
No, that's a Chevy motor.
The 327.
That's a Chevy motor.
You
Now
bet,
you just
you
can't
bet.
even get anything out of your mouth but Chevy, can you?
Well, I got quality, man. I got quality.
Yeah. How about Boss 429? How about Boss 302? How about
heard of those.
5.0 Coyote motor?
I
Yeah.
s- I saw
427 single overhead cam. Hey, we
I
got a
saw
lot
those
of them.
back in the days when there was a drag strip at McMinnville Airport.
There was?
Yes, there was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, you come here for education.
Well, that's what I did. God bless you,
And
Professor.
it was a quarter-mile strip at McMinnville. It was the only one in the Portland area.
Is that
and
right?
Woodburn was an eighth mile.
Is Woodburn an eighth mile still, or is it a
No,
quarter?
it's a
a quarter
quarter.
mile now.
Yeah.
I've never been to Woodburn either.
Yep.
I should go down there for one of the all Ford meets.
Yeah.
That way, Ford's always going to win. You see,
We're
you get
gonna
that, Al?
teach Dave a
Yeah.
thing or two here on history.
We're recording it for posterity.
No,
Posterity, yeah. There
That's,
we go.
That's scary.
Posterity. That's us, Al.
Yeah.
Posterity twins. You know, there's gaps this year in the parade. I don't understand that.
Well, for one thing, we're way down from where.
Yeah, I guess it has time to stretch out.
Yeah.
So. You know, candy. You don't see as many of the entries throwing out candy this year, do you?
I've only seen one. I've only seen one.
You know, usually the Dundee Family Dentistry that was run by Alan Methvin,
Yep.
Dr. Alan Methvin of Methvin Family Vineyards, they were famous for throwing out a lot of candy. Of course, they're dentists. There might be a connection there. Do you
Business connection.
think? Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And I know my nephew, who is the parade chair, works very hard to stop this throwing candy.
They do?
He does, because the worst fear is some little tyke running out in the street to get candy and get run over by a vehicle.
Yeah, well, I guess that wouldn't be
And
that wouldn't be a pleasant thing, would it?
You got to look at reality,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not.
That would cast a pall over the
Yep.
parade, wouldn't it?
It's never happened.
Nope. Well, here's an interesting float.
Yeah.
This is the Wilkets Realty.
Yep. And they've got a theme float with it.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
cool.
This is really interesting. I've not seen this one before. This is
Yeah.
a new entry this year.
And what would that be? A gingerbread house? I think it is.
That's exactly what it is,
Yeah.
Al. And of course,
Well,
that's in keeping
I
with the
would
Christmas
be,
theme.
I would be expected to
Yeah.
be able to brief you on reality.
I don't think you got enough time to brief me.
And it's Wilkets Realty. But it is the gingerbread house.
That is a cool idea that somebody
Yeah.
had there.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
And they're putting stuff out, but it's just right along the street.
Yeah, they're throwing it on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Yep. Now we've got Owen Hinkle and his 3 tractors. 55 model.
Alice Chalmers.
Yep. All Alstomers.
Boy, I remember those when I was a kid in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Alice Chalmers had a big market share in Pennsylvania, back east.
And those
Out
are-
here was John Deere, you know.
They were well kept.
That looks like it's. That looks like it could still do the job today.
think it
Al.
could.
Yeah.
They've just cleaned up the cutting edge.
Yeah, they just washed the dirt off the
Yep.
discs and the plow. Now here's a newer Alice Chalmers here. Well, that's a good-looking tractor there.
It is.
Man, oh man. And orange.
And that would climb a mountain.
It would. And it's orange.
Yep. Yep.
Oregon State could have that in their football
That's
game.
right. Well, quality school.
Yes,
Quality
it is.
school.
We
yes.
agree on something.
Wow. Way
Yeah.
to go.
Knuckle me, baby.
I am proud. I am proud.
Yeah, that's a pretty tractor right there.
Yep.
That old song, that country western song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. That's a sexy tractor right
Yes,
there.
it is. Oh, and here comes some more of them. This has got to be his the third
That's
one.
the third one, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a little smaller duty than that one that just went by. That's a big tractor there. All diesels.
Yep. And a lot of power under there.
Oh yeah. Yep. A lot of torque.
Yep. They've definitely cleaned up the wheels on this one,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it looks
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Now we have Abby's legendary
Abby's.
pizza. Yep. Over 36 years, Craig Kosmicki has been around, and he's done a heck of a job.
Yeah, and there's a good guy too. I mean, he's
Oh.
a Oregon State supporter. And
He is, and a fantastic community supporter.
yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
I remember going down to a baseball game, one of the regionals a year or two ago, and he took his truck down there with his pizza oven
Yep.
and gave away pizza to everybody.
Now we got Providence Newberg Medical Center here. Yes.
Well. That happens to be Spike Sumner's. He's the CFO there, the Chief Financial Officer. That happens to be his 1965 Thunderbird convertible.
And Spike's been there forever.
Yeah. He's retiring now.
He what?
He's retiring. End of an era, Al.
Wow.
Yeah. Now it's common knowledge since I just mentioned it. So I just took liberty to do that.
That's okay.
Okay.
Spike will be missed.
The two people that listen to us on this broadcast will know.
Well, I listen to you and you listen to me, so we're way to go. Dave, you be quiet.
Do you know that the Providence Newberg Medical Center, I'm on the state board for Providence, I'm privileged to be, and they are consistently the highest rated hospital in the Providence system for customer satisfaction.
That, and I'm so proud there in Newberg.
That is a real resource. You know, that's something else we didn't mention before that's happened in the last 10 years. They just had their 10th anniversary.
Yep.
That hospital going in is a tremendous resource for this city.
And here's Pitter Patter, Christmas in July. No, I look around at where hospitals could have gone, and we should be so thankful they chose to locate in Newberg.
I mean, when Providence took over the community hospital in Newberg, they're down on Villa Road.
And there's Santa.
Yeah, wearing shorts.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Well, but you don't see Santa that much in July.
No, you don't. No, but when Providence took over the community hospital down on Villa Road there,
Yep.
that was a step forward.
Yep.
But boy, what a major leap forward when they built that hospital there.
You see, I've been around long enough that I remember when my dad led the original fundraising drive to build the hospital on Villa Road.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
And they couldn't raise enough, so they had to go to the voters for the remainder of the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's what you got to do.
Yep.
It was good to have it, wasn't it?
Yep. Okay, the Mellow Tones, a professional singing duo. And it's followed by the American Heritage Girls, Christ-centered scouting group for girls 5 through 18. And a political action group here.
John Birch Society. There we go.
Yep.
Maintaining local control of police supports privilege of Christmas in July.
Okay.
Little political message there, Al.
I would say so.
Get us out of the United Nations.
And if you noted, I just remain silent.
I know. Yeah, I know. I won't. I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad. I'm just reciting what it says.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
fine. I'll go with that. Camp Tillicum.
And that's an interesting facility out there.
It is. It is.
Linda Sandberg is a big part of that, and they do some really good things for
that's
kids.
A church-centered thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Have you ever been out there?
Yeah, I went out there just to look at it one time.
It's quite a thing to see.
Yeah, I've never participated in anything out there, but
Yeah.
I'm too far gone. They can't save me.
Well, what do you think about me? Ooh.
Sitting next to you, I look
Oh,
good.
shut up. 1929 American LaFrance, owned by Woodburn Fire Department. City of Woodburn.
Boy, that's an old timer.
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Wow.
It is.
Wow. Look at the ladders, Al.
Yep.
If you had a 3-story building, you were in trouble.
You were, and those are kept up.
No, that's a beauty.
Yep. Now we have Les Schwab, a longtime supporter of Newberg. They're
Well,
always
that whole
there.
company, following after its founder, obviously, was a very community-oriented guy, and they team up with us on a lot of things that we do. Drive for your school, those kinds of things. They're always there. You can always count on them.
And if you go out there, they're there for whatever you need.
And we use them. There's some things that we can't do with tires and wheels and whatnot, and they're always there for us.
I know in some of the years when I was still working, we'd go out there in the dead of winter with snow and ice on the ground, and we could get past the long lines at the door for tire change and all, and you don't forget that stuff.
No, you don't. And those commercials they do where they go help people off hours,
that's true.
They do that. Yeah.
Okay, the Alcater Shriners Hospital.
Boy, I'll tell you, there's an organization too.
It is.
Al, you gotta give them credit. I'm telling you,
Yep.
they do some things for kids that is unbelievable.
And you don't know it unless you're a family member and,
Yeah.
and receive some of the services.
They got those ads on television with that little kid. It's a kid like me, he says.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know if there's a parade in this country that the Shriners aren't in.
No, I don't know
Huh?
either. Their involvement has changed over the years.
Oh yeah.
As they've aged.
Oh yeah.
But they've got quite a motorized bike group here now, dressed as clowns.
And here comes a
And
calliope.
here comes their calliope, and to me, that's their trademark.
Yep, that is.
And some of these guys have got to be my age and older.
Oh, they are. You can see that for sure. Still doing it, though, Al.
Yes, they are.
Now, there's an interesting golf cart.
Yeah.
It's a motorized golf bag, is what it is. And
Gets the
he's
job
riding
done.
it with a bicycle seat. I like those
This
shoes.
Alcater group has been part of the Newberg Parade forever.
Long time.
Yeah. And Shriners having fun helping kids.
I
And
like
that's
those curly
Alcater.
toed shoes, don't you?
Yep. And the calliope. Or calliope, however you want to
Well,
say
whatever.
it.
So, this is a bigger entry this year. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't know. Wilsonville was here last year.
Quite a presentation from the Shriners this year. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yep.
See, this is a bigger presence this year by the Shriners than it has been in recent years.
Yep. And a bunch of four-wheelers they're just having a ball playing on.
And this must be the back. Precision maneuvering.
Yep. I do feel the last bike that came in was a little excessive in speed.
Yeah, I'm a little fast, but that's
Yep.
part of the show, probably.
Yeah, but
they had them bordered on each side by the other ones.
Yep.
I'm sure that was part of the plan.
I hope so. Says here there are 22 shrine hospitals for children operating throughout North America.
Yeah, isn't that something?
That is something.
Yeah. And it's free.
Yeah. And here comes some more. Hospital Support Club.
Yeah, this Shriners presence this year is about 3 times what it has been.
It's way increased over the past.
It's nice to see.
Yep.
Because, boy, they really do good.
Well, and I think this will restore some people's thoughts on what are the Shriners doing.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got that advertising campaign now on television, but still they're kind of low profile.
That's it. And
You know.
this will introduce them more
Yeah.
than a lot.
This does a lot.
Yep. And this is a 57 Chev from CR Hot Rod Shop. You realize that's a Chev,
Yeah,
John?
I
It's
know.
a
Yeah.
Chev.
And you know what, Al? It's good looking.
Yes.
57.
Anything
was the
that's
one
a
good year.
Chev is good looking.
Well, 1 year anyway.
I'm going to hold my ground. I won't give in to you. Haven't in the past and won't now.
we wouldn't expect you to.
No.
Al. No, you wouldn't be Al if you did.
No, but I'll give them. They've come up with a Mustang.
Mustang
there.
there, 289
Yep,
Mustang, 66. That's a little bit of a resto mod there, though.
Yeah.
It's not totally original.
Especially the exhaust system.
No.
It's mellow.
It's mellow.
Sounds like Flowmasters.
Yeah, well, probably. Newberg exhaust probably did it.
Yep. Well, any car I buy, the first thing I do is have a Flowmaster put on
Yep.
it.
Now, there's something you don't see in the classic car business much as an MG.
Yeah. It's a 1976 MG. We're on the next page. 38. A fun alternative to horseback riding. There you go.
Look at those ponies.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Son of a gun.
And they got the little, sulkies behind them.
Yeah, yeah. Now we have the Yamhill County Fair ambassadors. Courtney Croft, Samantha Roth, and Aaron Rush.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And they're
That's the
inviting,
Yamhill.
yeah, the
That's the
Yamhill
Yamhill
County
Rodeo,
Fair.
yeah.
Yamhill County Fair. Followed by Yamhill County Search and Rescue. And the Marine Patrol. Now we have a Square Deal Building, one of the more busier construction companies in Newberg.
Well, I'll tell you, right now, I think all of them are busy.
Yes, I think they are.
There's a lot of money being put into homes and remodeling and all of that.
In fact, I talked to an individual the other day trying to get a quote on a job.
Yeah.
It's like talking to the wall.
I know. Yeah, they're backed up.
Yep.
Concrete, sheet rockers, framers. I mean, you name it.
And more Square Deal. More Square Deal. And that's a Newberg business.
Yep. And good for them too.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty tough a few years ago. Let me
Yep.
tell you. A lot of these guys suffered during those times.
And they now come back and reap it a little bit.
And now it's nice
Yeah.
to see them. Those that made it. Oh, Randy.
Hey,
Hop.
there's
Rando.
the hops.
Rando.
Hey,
Randy Hop.
hops. Yeah.
Selling insurance must make you deaf, Al. Don't you think?
Well, and they got Norbert driving.
Yeah, Norbert Smith. I know that's
Yeah.
dangerous. I hope they're well insured.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, there's
Megan Carmichael.
2015 Junior Citizen of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite an honor for her.
I have heard possibly this one is pulled out.
What is that one?
Dundee Fire.
Oh, Dundee Fire?
I got a message earlier they possibly had.
Well, I don't see them.
Dance Skills, Salem Valley Dance Academy. We got them right here.
So it looks like Dundee Fire is not here.
Yep.
Maybe there's a fire somewhere.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I had gotten a text they weren't going to be here.
Okay.
I like the St. Peter thing. They love Christmas, but at St. Peter's, celebrate joy brought forth at Christmas all year long. Welcome to our priest, Father Martin.
St. Peter, isn't that the one where the father drowned a few years ago?
Yes.
Yes, that was a sad, sad day.
Yeah.
Amazing they can get this one around the corners here.
Yeah.
Al. Earthworks. Boy,
That's huge.
that's a big piece of equipment there. Holy smokes! Wow.
Well, here's Dundee Fire Department. They're still
They
coming.
did make it.
They did make it.
Fire must be out. What is that thing up on top of that? I wonder what the purpose of that is. It's a
don't know.
spring-supported platform. Huh? Oh, is that what it is?
Water storage systems.
Okay, that's what it is. It's a dock simulator. Look at that. Look at the water they're dumping. Oh, that's cool as heck.
That's good. That'll surprise a lot of people.
Look at that dumping water. That is amazing.
Dundee Fire Department with engine 30.
Now, are they going to be part of the? Are they part of that merger between Tualatin and Valley?
They are not.
They are not. They're on their own.
They're on their own. There is still a very strong mutual aid agreement between Newberg and Dundee.
Yeah.
But they are on their own.
Well, that's interesting.
Chief Stock's got a pretty strong department out there.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Yep.
You know, you would have assumed, or I did anyway, that they would have folded right in with Newberg.
Yeah. Nice looking pickup.
Oh yeah, even if it's a GMC.
Yep. Dutch Brothers or Dutch Bros Coffee.
That's the mobile rig.
Yep.
That's the one they pull around to events.
Yep.
Yeah, which is pretty neat. There's some candy going out there, Al.
Yeah. Right here, they're gathering it by the bagful.
Yeah, I know. You get those kids motivated.
Dave, why haven't you gotten him and I a piece of candy? You want us working here for nothing,
Yeah, good
and
point,
that's
Al.
the treatment we get. Yes, you are.
Yeah, we should have looked at our fringe benefits better.
Yeah, we should have, yeah. Robin Hood Festival featuring the Maid Marian Court for 2016.
Big deal in Sherwood.
Yes, it is. Been going on a long time. Third weekend in July. There were a number of years that them and Newberg conflicted on times, but
Yeah, well, I'm glad they got that worked
they
out.
got it worked out.
Yeah. That wouldn't have benefited anybody.
Nope.
That must be, that looks more like Prince John than
Yeah.
Robin Hood there. You'd think somebody would carry a longbow, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
They got arrows, but no bows.
Okay, what are we? Okay, here comes Newberg Auto Works and Electric.
There's an old 5-ton, I think.
Yeah,
isn't it, Al?
it is. And that's not had much TLC.
No, that's got some wear on it.
Yes, it
Looks
does.
like it's seen a few combat missions.
I think so, yes.
Let's see, 5,000-pound truck, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-wheel drive.
Yep. I like their Christmas theme. They're doing a good job on
There
that.
they are. They are for a fact.
Yeah.
It's still a hard sell, though.
It is.
Selling Christmas at 90 degrees.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's been a success. Look at this parade.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a dichotomous theme, I think you would call it, wouldn't you, Al?
Yep. And followed by a 1974 Crown Fire Coach Pumper owned by Alex Mitchell and Ashley Parrish of Newberg. Originally Sunnyvale Fire Department in California.
Idaho City.
Yeah,
It was originally Idaho City.
yeah,
I'd say that's been taken care of, hasn't it, Al?
yeah. And I've always said when they're that color, which is yellow, they're not ripe.
No, it needs to be red.
Needs to be red.
Got to be red, yeah.
Needs to be red.
Yeah, how can you have a fire engine red being yellow?
That's right.
There's another La Schwab
Yeah.
entry, which is
Well,
nice.
it's Newberg Ambush.
Yeah. Well, here's a unique vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Do you?
I don't know, but it's kind of like blowing bubbles, but it looks more like cotton.
Yeah, it looks like cotton candy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Fat GFX Newberg's full-service vehicle wrap and sign shop.
Yeah, but I wonder what the stuff coming out of it is.
I don't know.
Well, it's interesting.
It is, yes.
Belongs in a parade.
It does.
Getting a lot of attention.
Well, just the fact that it's blowing out, whatever that is.
Whatever it is. Here comes some of it, Al. Maybe we can figure out what it is when it gets here. It's moving in on us, Al. It's moving in.
Looks like foam.
What is it?
Yep, that's what it is.
It is foam.
Bubbles, yeah.
We have verification. We have confirmation. We've got this analyzed
The
now.
only thing we're missing now is candy from Dave.
We've sent it back to our labs, and they've
Yeah.
confirmed it's a detergent-based foam of some sort.
Yep,
Okay, so that's resolved.
yep.
I'm glad we did that before we had to go home today, don't you,
So,
Al?
yes. And we now have Commissioner Mary Sterrett.
There she is. One of our favorites. How you doing, Mary? That was a good thing when she got in as a commissioner, I think, personally.
So far, I think so.
Yep. And Stan Primozic, who we supported, I remember, from the Chamber of Commerce.
And we're now looking at
Another dance academy.
yep,
That's Newberg's, though.
yes.
You know, that Newberg High School dance team, I'm not sure what the real what their real title is, but I know one thing: they're pretty doggone competitive on a national scene.
Do well,
yeah, they really do. Well, there's something you don't see every day.
That's
A Shetland pony with sunglasses.
Yeah.
Huh, Al? You
No,
wonder
it's
how
good.
how those animals just allow that to happen. I mean, they just
I don't know.
They just do it. Put the glasses on, okay. Put something else on me. I don't care.
There's Representative Bill Post, serves Newberg, St. Paul, and Kaiser.
And that's our representative, yeah.
Yep. The way it looks, we're over halfway through. This was entry 62. So we're getting there. We still don't have any candy from Dave.
In order for Dave to get his candy, he'd have to go take it from one of them kids, and I don't think he'd do
I
anything
just
but
want to keep the push on him.
he'd draw back a nub if he tried to take candy from these kids.
Wow. KMCM 1260. That's a historical piece.
Where's that from? That's how it used to be called?
Yeah, that's what it opened as.
Wow. Well, that's an antique.
Yep.
When did it become KYLC?
When did it change?
I'll let you get back to you on that.
Yeah.
It was KCYX.
It was KMCM, KCYX, and KLYC. Now we got Shale Youth and Family Services.
Oh, there we go. Merry Christmas. That's an old Ford hot rod.
Yeah. Dave, I'd forgotten this KCYX. Greetings, greetings. Yes.
KYFN.
Jail and Youth and Family Services, that's what she's pushing.
The Myers School of Fine Arts. Enlighten me on that one, Al. I'm not familiar with what that is. Are you?
I do not know.
Well,
All I know is what we got in front of us, and they're quite an involved group.
yeah.
And I'm guessing they must be a Newberg organization.
Oh, there's, I thought I recognized that truck.
Yeah.
That's Joe Fettig from Jack's.
Yep,
Jack's Restaurant there on the west side of town.
yep.
I'll tell you what, that's
About
a pretty good.
about 2 blocks away from us.
Yeah, yeah. Right in an area you're familiar with, aren't you?
Yes,
From,
yes.
weren't you in business down there somewhere?
Right over here, what was Pasquale's?
That's what I thought.
Or now it's going to be steaks and I don't know what.
Sushi or something?
Yeah, sushi. Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, what it's going to be, but I know it's happening.
Yep. Precision Welding of Newberg.
Hope, not dope. It says there, Al, on that entry. That is
That's good.
that is something you can get your teeth around. Let me tell you.
With that, okay.
Let's go another break in the parade here. Looks like.
Yeah,
Al.
and we should be looking at Sleigh Bells of Sherwood as our next one.
Yeah.
Here it is, in fact. Open.
Now that is a genuine Christmas entry.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Open July 1 through December 23.
Yep. Well, it's a nice little float. Somebody put some time into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
so now,
good float.
Oh, now there's a real paradoxical.
that, yeah.
Paradoxical float. They got Santa Claus sitting in shorts under a palm tree.
Yep. Fits the season.
From Sleigh Bells.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever been up to Sleigh Bells?
Oh, sure, of
At
course.
the holiday
Yeah.
season?
I don't know of anybody that hasn't. You do?
Yeah.
I mean,
was there in one of their
yeah.
very early years.
Yeah, they got. You need something for Christmas? It's there.
Yep.
Bought a few trees from there too.
As long as you don't mind waiting in line a
Yeah.
couple of weeks before Christmas.
Well, if you wait till the last minute, Al, lines are sort of the way it is.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know.
And you do.
I do.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. I'm like Paul Masson.
Yep.
I don't do anything before it's time.
Well, this next one says it should be La Sierra of Dundee, which is a proud sponsor of the international stage.
That's the Mexican restaurant out there.
Yes.
And, you know, my general sales manager, Brad Walrich, is a real Mexican food aficionado.
Okay.
And he has proclaimed La Sierra the best Mexican restaurant around.
I've eaten out there, happy with it. Another one is the one here in town, Extapa.
Extapa's good, too.
It's right across from the
right about
Cameo.
that. Yeah, in my opinion, you know, they do a nice job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I like their salsa at Extapa.
I was going to say, La Sierra keeps you in chips and salsa quite well.
And the other thing, you know, they make a special salsa for Brad out there.
Okay.
And you don't want to try that.
Okay.
Don't ever say, give me Brad salsa.
If you do, you better have a liquid to wash it
Yeah,
down.
it'll eat holes through your cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one.
Wow.
We're watching a big warm blood go by here,
Yep.
folks. That is an impressive sight with a Mexican motif rider on there.
Yeah.
Sombrero and all. Boy, that's a big horse.
It is.
Jeez.
And well kept.
Well kept and stands. Look,
Yep.
look how he stands. He looks
Yep.
like the Trojan horse from the Battle of Troy. Jeez.
Well, look at here. Here's some more of that entry. And
Yeah, these are. Boy, that's a fabulous animal there.
Yep.
You see the gait he has? He's one of those. It's like a paso. He's got that gated.
And he
walk.
just kind of goes along.
Yeah.
Well, there's quite a costume that young lady's wearing,
I'll
her
say.
dress.
Wow. And is that part of La Sierra's entry? Or?
I think it is.
Yeah. Wow, look at this dancer we have here.
Pretty awesome.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
You know, that horse is better on its feet than I think you'd be, John.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have to have music, Al.
Okay.
Boy, that's showmanship right there.
Excellent.
These horses are dancing.
Yep.
This is phenomenal. Look at the step on that one there.
Yep.
I think that's what they are. I think they're Peruvian Peruvian pasos or pasafinos because they have that gated walk that's between a trot and a walk.
Yep.
Boy, impressive. You know that they can cover more ground. Those pasos can cover more ground than any other horse.
Can they?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
they
we're
have
not
that.
done with La Sierra yet. Here comes their float.
Wow. Boy, they really get into this in a big way, didn't they?
A great
Yeah,
addition.
God bless them. This is a big deal. Oh, and they've got a little bit of a mariachi band down
Yep.
there. Come on, strike it up, boys. There we go. The mics probably aren't picking that up, but that's very, very cool.
Very good.
Oh, and then you got some ropers. And you got the little guys on the ponies.
Yep. Tomorrow's showman.
Boy, this is a major entry.
Yeah.
Never seen it this big, have you?
No. But they're a major part of the Newberg Dundee
Yeah,
area.
they are. This is really
Look
impressive.
at this guy here with the rope.
Yep. See the way that horse walks?
Yep.
That's one of those pasos. Gosh, look at this one.
Yep.
This is really
And a beautiful
really-
color, too.
yeah, really impressive.
Yep.
Oh, they're showing off those horses, aren't they?
Well,
This
they
is
should.
this is neat, yeah. And here's the big ones again, see?
Yep.
Wow.
You wonder where these horses are kept
I don't
the
know.
rest of the
I've
time.
never seen them around here in
Yeah.
anything else. I'll tell you one thing. La Sierra Restaurant wanted to make sure people knew they're here.
Well, if you've been around Newberg much at all and you eat out much, you've been there.
You've been there, I know. Oh, that's smart. Merchandising, handing out menus.
Yeah. It was good to see Dr. Sellers down here in the crowd today,
Oh, yeah.
just being part of the citizenry.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yep.
He's my doctor.
He's mine.
I know, so he must be good.
I would say so.
Bought a truck from us yesterday, Al. Did I mention that?
I heard
Bought
that.
about
as
a
he-
beautiful four-door F-150 XLT 4-wheel drive.
I'd have to say part of my insurance is probably helping buy that.
Well, I've given him a few bucks too.
Yep.
I remember when I first came here and I was looking for a doctor and I asked who the CEO of Newberg Hospital's doctor was and they told me, and I asked who the CFO's doctor was and they told me, and then I asked a bunch of my friends from Rotary and they told me, and it was all Doc Sellers.
Yep.
So I figured I better go to him.
Larry. Well, and when Dr. Vu retired, there weren't too many would take those of us that had Medicare and all, and he did.
Yeah, I know. Well, Providence.
Yep.
That's their creed, you know. Know me, care for me, ease my way.
That's right. Oh, you didn't play on it, thank goodness, but where I now reside just went by with their float.
Okay, I wasn't going to say anything, Al.
That's okay.
Hey, as long as you're above ground and can meet me here every
You
every
heard
every
a
July, I'm
positive.
good.
bent on it.
Well, here we have a square dance group coming, it looks like.
Yep.
I've never seen square dancing to Christmas carols, though. Have you? This is the first.
That's different.
This is the first. Learn modern square dance.
Yep. And they quit just as they come by
Yeah, they
us,
did,
but
they
we
did.
heard them coming in. The Valley River Dancers.
From Newberg.
Yep. Now Ron Noble, state representative. He's running for state representative. He's a former chief of police in McMinnville.
Yeah.
Currently director of public safety at Linfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's a college in McMinnville.
Well, I know.
Well,
Thanks,
I want
Al.
to make sure you're
Yeah,
new
thanks,
to the area.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah. When my son was playing football at Sherwood, they went to Linfield for a camp every
did
year. Yeah, that football program over there is
Oh.
one of the reasons that George Fox decided to get back into football,
Well-
which we're happy about. But that is a nationally known, well-run, very, very proud program.
Thanks to the recruiting out of Hawaii.
Yeah, they do a little
They
of
do
that.
a lot of
Yeah,
it.
they do. They've even had a couple kids get into the NFL for
Yeah.
stints. So yeah, they're a power.
Well, we now have the Fred Meyer Community Volunteers. And they're escorting their fun man, Fred Bear.
Fred Bear or Fred Meyer?
Fred Bear, who is Fred Meyer's bear.
Oh, I see.
I figured you'd know that being almost a next-door neighbor to him.
To me, Fred Bear means the guy who started the archery company in Michigan.
Okay. Newberg Veterinary Hospital, Santa driving the John Deere.
John Deere, yeah. Which is disguised as a railroad locomotive.
Yep. I'm impressed the way people have fit into the Christmas theme.
Yeah,
It has been impressive.
There's a lot of creativity that
Yep.
goes into it, and they think about it, and they spend some time doing it, which everybody here appreciates because
And
that's
it's
what
like
makes
any
a parade a
community
parade.
group you're part of, you put a number of heads together and you come up with good ideas.
Yeah.
And Newberg Vet Hospital has been around here forever.
Yeah, they do good work too.
Yep. Yeah, we're at 75 now.
75. So we've got a convertible coming up here. Doesn't tell us what it is, but that's
Diane
all right.
Hazenberg of St. Paul.
We'll know
and
what it
Frank-
is when it gets there. Well, that's a Chrysler convertible.
Yeah.
Sebring, actually, is what it is.
Yeah.
See, we don't need the directory here. We know what we're doing.
We do, yeah.
Don't we? Yeah.
I think we do wonderful.
Yeah.
If you don't believe it, ask us.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Yep.
I don't always agree with you, but this time I will.
Now we got Habitat for Humanity. Very active group in the Newberg area.
Yeah, they are too.
And they're building a brand new building up on Meridian Street at the railroad tracks.
One of our Rotary Club members from the Noon Club, Paul Kuzer, is a really, really dedicated, active participant in Habitat for Humanity. Yeah, they do good work. And Ralph can build just about anything.
Just about anything,
all
yeah.
the way up to, a nuclear fusion
Yep.
plant. But I think he's the guy that built the power station for the mill back in the day. Yeah. Sad about that going down, isn't it, Al?
Yes, it is.
But there's a lot of property there, and there's a real opportunity for some major development for Newberg along the river.
That'll eventually look like the property at Albany where they took the mill down.
Yeah. That, I don't know, it's 240 acres or so.
Yep.
And Newberg would be the only city to have that kind of riverfront in the state, I think.
When that comes up, it will be much in demand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a Mustang there. Hey, that's a California special.
Yeah.
That is a. I don't know that he needs to rev the engine like that though, but you know, he's got a little ways to go in the parade yet.
Okay, where are we at? 79? Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Salem
79.
Park and Rec. How about that?
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
interesting. Mark Callahan was in that Mustang. We didn't say much about him when we even buy Al, but he's the candidate for United States Senate, Republican Party from Oregon.
I think I made a quick mention, but just kind of brushing by it.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, but maybe you have to look into it to see what we got there. Huh?
Could be, yeah. Got some more Salem Park and Rec. And you know, Don Clements and his group do a heck of a job out there.
They are a power to be reckoned with.
They are.
Don Clemens knows how to get things done.
Well, and then you got a couple of old timers like Mark Martin and Jim McMaster that have forgotten more than Clements knows.
Jim McMaster, you mean the legendary water polo coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Newberg is a nationally recognized high school water polo,
Yes, yeah.
and it's McMaster's
Thanks to
fault.
Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, C.S. Lewis is following him. Nice Chevy truck.
Well, there's one.
Well, I wanted to get my dig in there, buddy.
I think the trailer's pushing the truck.
Could
you know?
be. Could be. There's enough kids there. The truck would probably be overpowered.
I went to the graduation ceremony for C.S. Lewis this
Did
year.
you?
Yeah. Somebody we know is graduating there, and I will tell you what, that is that harkens back to an earlier time.
Well, they've
You know,
done a lot while they've been in Newberg.
they have. It reminded me of when I graduated from high school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit of an old-fashioned kind of way to do things, but it works.
Well, that's the spiritual side of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Newberg Relay for Life.
Not to make too much of a statement, but spirituality never hurt.
Very true. More politics.
Boy, now here's something you don't see every day, Al. A Pinto station wagon.
No.
In fact, I don't think I've seen one for 30 years.
How many of your history books from Ford even have those in it?
I don't think they want to even mention it. That is an old-timer there.
Yeah.
And it's this country squire version with the phony wood paneling on the side.
It's pretty well kept up.
Yeah, that's an odd duck right there, I'll tell you. Well, there's an antique fire truck.
1923.
Yeah, look at that. That is wooden spoke wheels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well maintained.
I'll say. That's
You don't keep wood ladders looking that good
No.
unless you do it every year or so.
Yeah. It's labor of love there.
I remember when Newberg had a ladder truck that had all wooden ladders, and it was just about an annual thing
Yeah.
to go through and scrape them with a piece of glass and come back and
It's like a wooden boat.
yeah.
Owning a wooden boat is a full-time job.
Okay. Dry Oak is where we're at.
General maintenance firm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little scrape on that car there, Al, in the back.
Say so, yeah.
Should have handed him my card for the body shop.
bet it's recent, and they weren't happy when that show.
No.
It was going to be in the parade.
Well, it looks like a parking garage.
Yep. Or a carport.
Carport, yeah. Yeah, we got some more bubbles coming here, Al. This is what you live for.
Pearly White's Christmas.
Boy, now that's a heck of a creation
cool.
right there.
Dundee Dentistry. Pretty cool.
You know, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
That's Alan Method, and what
yeah.
are they throwing? Chocolate bars.
Yeah. Still, we're not seeing any from Dave.
But look at that float. That's a heck of a creation there.
There's some time went into that.
Wow, bubbles and everything. Christmas tree on there.
And the snowman is somebody's yard decoration from December.
For sure. And somebody figured, let's put it on the float.
Yeah.
They had Christmas presents under the tree. That's a really creative float.
Yeah.
I'd give them first place if I was judging this. You know what?
I would have to say so.
Yeah,
And
that
we've
really
seen
is.
a lot of quality
Yeah,
come
that's
through
very
here.
clever. Oh, this is a pretty good one coming here too. The Al's Chambers pulling it.
First Federal.
Yep.
Yes.
They had a First Federal had a hot dog luncheon on Thursday. Did you know that?
No, Columbia Bank
They
did.
did too. So we had two hot dog luncheons
I've
going on at
only
the same
went
time.
to the one.
Yeah.
Because I knew nothing of the other
Yeah.
one.
Well, the one at Columbia has been going on for years and years and years. But the First Federal, I think this is the first one they did.
And the apple pie was the good thing to
Oh, yeah.
Columbia Bank.
Oh yeah. There's the Taekwondo Academy.
Yep.
Is that the one that's located in the shopping center there by Safeway or the liquor store?
I think so.
Is it? Yeah. The Pyrenees Express.
Yeah,
That's kind of creative as well.
it is.
I mean, these people put some work into this stuff.
Oh,
I mean, that's built out of OSB and
There's
2x4s.
not a lot of just throw something on a car or pickup and come
it's,
through this year.
They spent some time at
Yeah.
it.
Because we're coming to the end.
And here come the Pyrenees dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
Look at those,
Beautiful.
aren't they? Pure white Pyrenees. Wow. I think they've been a little trimmed for the summer, though.
I think so. They got a color mix there.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful dogs.
A little more than a lap dog.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs a couple laps for that one.
Yeah.
You can sit in his lap, Al.
Yeah. And then carry me.
Or drag you out of the mountains.
Yeah.
That's what they use those dogs for, over there with the St. Bernards. And
Oh,
whatnot.
sure.
Beautiful animals. Wow. You gotta love dogs.
I do.
If you don't like dogs, something wrong with you.
No, I like dogs.
Good. They like you?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
As long as
Everybody
you
likes
feed 'em.
Al Blodgett.
As long as you feed them.
You're like Sarah Lee.
Yeah.
Nobody doesn't like Al Blodgett, right?
That's true. That's true.
Boy, there's a lot of them.
Dave, I think we're coming to about the end of the parade according to our sheets.
Boy, they're pretty dogs. Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Great Pyrenees.
And the work it would take to brush those and keep them up.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, though. They're equipped for the winter.
Yes.
Those guys could be out there in 50-degree below zero weather.
And think
and
nothing of it.
think nothing of it,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to let their coats grow back in, though.
Well,
because they got their summer cuts.
It's July. It's coming back. I'm sure that clipping is a month or so old.
Oh, for sure. And look at the young one there. They got a little one.
Yeah.
They got a little water stop there, too. They're
Yep.
taking care of them. That's good.
That's good looking out for
Yeah.
them. There's somebody's front yard decorations.
Yeah, that's a nativity scene there. Right?
Yep.
A mobile nativity scene. What do you think about that?
I've got a set of those.
Do you?
But bought them probably back in the 50s,
Yeah?
1950s.
Like those?
So very similar.
Is that
yeah.
right? Yeah, good for you.
Back in the days when you used to be able to order out of the Montgomery Ward catalog.
Yeah. Montgomery Ward didn't even in business anymore.
Nope. Newberg Christian Preschool. Now enrolling.
Formerly We Care Christian Preschool, it says. So they must have changed their name.
They must have, and Newberg's got a large number of Christian-type schools.
Oh, for sure. In fact, didn't Newberg at one time, or still does, have the highest number of churches per capita in any city in Oregon?
Yeah, I don't think we have it anymore, but we did.
Yeah.
And there were a good number of years that the Quaker religion was predominant at George Fox.
Yes, yes. Well, George Fox, wasn't he a Quaker?
He was a Quaker,
Yeah.
yeah. Or Pacific College, as it opened
And
as.
he founded the school, correct?
Yeah. Bijou Dental.
You know that George Fox, I'm told, is the highest rated Christ-centered church in the country.
I don't know that, but I wouldn't dispute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of, I think.
Yep.
You can be number one in anything. I think it's pretty good. And, they've had a series of presidents out there, from Ed Stevens to David Brandt, and now to Robin Baker.
Well,
and
you
they,
even go back to Milo Ross and
Yeah.
some of those.
But under the last three, they've made quite a bit of.
Yeah.
They've grown a lot.
Because I'm not being nearly involved now. I'm out of a touch with a lot of it. But through the years, the presidents of that university or college have just been so active in the community.
Yeah. The first one I'm aware of is Ed Stevens, because he
Yeah.
was there when my marketing manager, Paul Pappas, went to school there. And he was very highly regarded and a big community guy and high profile. And then David Brandt came in, and he had he was a physicist. He brought a clear thinking to the school. And then Robin Baker now is doing a great job, in my opinion, and he's an athlete guy.
He is.
And so he's
and that's bringing the university into the athletic side of it.
So you had three guys there in sequence that brought their own things to the table, and really was a positive impact on the school overall and the city.
And you can say what you want, but the athletics play a huge role in any college or university
It's
today.
really big. That's why I was really happy to see football come back. And,
Yeah.
And baseball.
I'm just waiting for the year when George Fox upsets Linfield.
It'll happen.
It will happen.
It will happen.
Yes.
At some point. And the golf.
And the Wildcats will have to swallow.
That's right. But that's what makes it fun. It's
Yeah.
competition.
Yep.
The other thing that you may not know is that the women's golf team from George Fox is becoming a real power.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think Barry Jo McCloskey is the coach there. I
Wow.
think she's kind of the director of golf.
Okay.
And she's had them in the top 10, I think, in the nation for the last 7-8 years.
That's all new to me. Yeah.
And they finished third this year
Good for them.
with a couple All-Americans and player of the tournament.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really something to be proud of. Of course, the girls' basketball team.
Well, yes.
At George Fox.
You don't live in this town and not know about that.
Yeah. That's marvelous. It's just terrific what's happened.
Now we have First Student Express here. I don't know they're dressed as an engine. That's why they're all in black.
Yeah, and of course it's disguised as a locomotive.
Yeah.
Out of a school bus.
Yeah.
Look at this plastic sheeting that they took to cover that
the
bus.
Yeah, and the duct tape.
That's unbelievable.
That's more than one roll of duct tape.
Wow. Amazing. A lot of work there.
Yeah.
Each and every one of us is imperfect. Each and every one of
Well, I don't know who that is. Do you, Al?
I do not.
It's obviously a Christian
Yeah.
theme of some sort.
There's
but-
not much to be said. They're saying it all.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't even say who sponsors them. I don't
No.
know. But they're here.
Yep.
More nice-looking Ford Roadster there, buddy. That's back in your day, Al.
Yeah.
You probably went to the prom in one of those.
May have. This must be the end of the parade. Yep.
Here we go. Look at that old delivery wagon there.
Yeah.
I don't know what make that is, but that old delivery truck.
It's been around a day or two.
Yeah, for sure. Well, appropriately, here comes Porky Pig on the back of a truck saying, that's all,
That's
folks.
all, folks.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, Al, it's been an honor again and a privilege to share this broadcast booth with you.
Well, we have fun.
I look forward to many more years.
Yep.
Just take care of yourself so you don't leave me out here alone.
Trying.
All right, buddy. And thanks to Dave Adams.
Dave, thanks for having us.
KYLC to KLYC. I got it right that time. Okay. For
You don't want
supporting
us to
this.
say KMCM?
Dave managed to come up with an antique cup here with Do
Yeah.
It on the Radio. It says KMCM 1260, circa 1940 or something. What? Oh, there we go. Do it on the radio, he says. Well, Al,
Well,
you know,
Dave, we are happy that you have us back. That you put up with us.
well, and I'm happy to say, Al, that you do have a marvelous face for radio. And I mean it this time.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
All right, signing off. John Kirkanick, Newberg Ford, Al Blodgett.
retired and a Chevy lover. And co-chair of the Newberg Old Fashioned Festival.
Other than that, he's a good guy.